Well, I think you have to understand that the smugglers are agile and quick, and word of mouth gets through, and they are exploiting people's hope and desperation. Our own message is getting out less than smugglers. We always know that.
That is the White House representative of the southern border admitting that criminal cartel enterprises are literally beating the White House, the Biden administration. You heard it. There you go. That is definitely not strength. That is 100% weakness. At least they're kind of addressing it, but they're actually admitting that they're taking an L to the cartels. This is your United States government right now, the federal government in the White House. This is your representation in the White House. This is now your president and his administration, where they are willfully coming out and admitting that the cartels are running circles around them. That is not a good issue. Welcome to Drew Hernandez Live. My name is Drew Hernandez, hopefully one of your favorite podcast hosts here on YouTube. If you guys can do me a huge favor, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, smash that like button, but also hit that notification bell, but toggle on all, because if you hit the notification bell, YouTube will automatically, by default, they'll put you on a setting where you do not get every single notification to any video that I post on this channel. So right now, guys, sub to this channel if you're watching this for the first time, or if you haven't by now, sub to the channel, hit that bell notification, smash that like button. It helps us, guys. It helps us with the algorithm. Please, please, please. You have no idea. Please, guys, do your part. It really does help us. Let us know where you're tuning in from, your city, your state, your country, wherever you're tuning in from on the face of planet Earth, or wherever you are in the universe watching in. Let us know where you're tuning in from. And also, guys, if you guys would like to support me as an independent reporter, commentator, YouTuber, content creator here on YouTube, we do super chats at the end of every single show. I am 100% independent now on this channel. When I'm going live on this channel, I will be 100% independent moving forward, so you guys can support me to support my trips. If I go cover Antifa or Black Lives Matter, I have some trips in the works down at the southern border in Arizona. So if you guys would like to support me, you guys are the ones that send me to go get this stuff, this real footage, the real stories. So if you guys would like to donate a super chat, we do super chats at the end of every single show. Guys, I'm not CNN. I'm not Fox News. I don't have anyone behind me. With Tatum Report is having some stuff that they're going to have to figure out business-wise, but moving forward, I will be 100% independent on my own. So if you guys would like to support me, there's nothing weird going on between me and Brandon or anything like that. It's just business, and right now the Tatum Report has to take a bit of a pause. So Drew Hernandez has to continue. So I am 100% independent. There's no hard feelings, nothing between me and Brandon. Love that guy. Pray for him and Corinne and the new baby. But this is just something that Brandon has to do moving forward for him and his family and his own life. So if you guys would like to support me independently moving forward, I am all on my own here now. All on my own as of right now. So this channel, all of the content that I'm doing moving forward, if you guys would like to support me independently, the link is in the description on my website. You guys can donate on Venmo, PayPal, Patreon. The list goes on. The links are in the description below. This is how you can support me. Real News Gang, you guys are the ones, and we truly, truly do appreciate it. So this is the way. Here we go. I know we had some technical difficulties, so please, please forgive me for those technical difficulties. Sometimes that happens. YouTube, there's updates with your computer. There's all kinds of stuff always going on here on the internet. So the top story of the hour tonight, and we're going to get to what the White House is saying in detail about these cartels, but there's a story that literally, this is just getting worse, okay? This is not getting better. These radical Democrats, at least some Democrats, are actually coming out and addressing the human smuggling. Some Democrats are actually coming out and criticizing the Biden administration for them not being strong enough in terms of their border policies. It is definitely a crisis. Even Democrats are now coming out and saying, yeah, we have a crisis. The Biden administration is not helping. They're even admitting that the Biden administration's leadership is not strong enough. They're admitting, literally admitting, that the cartel's messaging is getting louder and is coming across more clear than the United States government, which is absolutely ridiculous. But this is what people voted for, apparently 80 million people. So here we go. Let's get this up. This went down these past couple days. Daily Wire, my good friend Ryan Savija reports numerous illegal immigrants dead after getting in a car crash while running from cops. Let me pause this real quick. Multiple illegal immigrants died in a car accident that happened near the United States-Mexico border in Texas on Monday afternoon as they were allegedly trying to flee from law enforcement officials. 8 illegal immigrants have been pronounced dead, okay? 8 illegal immigrants have been pronounced dead in Texas after the truck they were traveling in crashed head-on with another vehicle. Fox News reported, the driver of the truck carrying the migrants also tried to flee on foot following the crash. Gee, I wonder why, but was taken into custody. The Texas Department of Public Safety said in a statement to Fox News that a red Dodge truck was evading DPS troopers traveling on US 277 when it caused a head-on collision with a white Ford F-150. Authorities have not said what initially started the car chase. The crash comes after another mass casualty event involving illegal aliens trying to enter the United States, which happened earlier this month in California. Smugglers drove 2 vehicles through a section of old border fencing on the U.S.-Mexico border, and one of the vehicles, which was carrying human smugglers and 25 illegal immigrants, got into an accident that killed at least 13 people, and that is the story that we covered a couple weeks ago. But here we are, a couple weeks later, with another horrific car crash where people have died. Immigrants have died. Look at this photo. This is a photo from the scene of this horrific car crash. There's the truck. The tires are blown out. This is horrific. And immigrants that are being human smuggled are now getting killed in car crashes multiple times. This isn't the first one, and this won't be the last one. Now let's take this down. Now what I want to say about this is you're continuing to see the Biden administration, Jen Psaki, and Nancy Pelosi, I showed you guys yesterday, their new talking point is that now Trump is to blame. They don't want to take responsibility. They don't want to call it a crisis, because now if they call it a crisis, now they're in the realm of where Donald Trump was. Because once Trump was president, it was a crisis. It was a humanitarian issue. It was Nazi Germany. It was concentration camps. It was crimes against humanity, right? They can't use that rhetoric any longer because now they have Biden. They have a Democrat in the White House. It is now their responsibility. Whether he's been in the White House for only 2 to 3 months, that's irrelevant at this point, because his rhetoric, right, his campaign promises has caused this tragedy. His rhetoric on the campaign trail, the promises that he made to the Hispanic communities, not in the United States, but foreign and abroad, have caused this surge of migrants coming to the southern border, attempting to break into the United States, being human smuggled as well, people being sex trafficked, human trafficked, children, women, the list goes on. Now there's a crisis. This is a literal crisis at the border, where now human smugglers are trying to make dashes through the southern border to evade Border Patrol, to evade law enforcement authorities, and now they're getting into collisions, and migrants are dying. And we still cannot get the White House to sit here and say it's a crisis, and some of what Biden had done is causing these things. They're evading it. They're blaming on Trump. They will not blame it on themselves. Obviously, they will not blame it on a Democrat. But that just goes to show what? That these people don't care. They don't care about Hispanics. They don't care about these Hispanic Latino immigrants that are getting into car crashes, that are being human smuggled, and they get killed. They won't even acknowledge it. They'll just sit there. And when they do acknowledge it, what is it? Oh, it's Trump. It's from the failures of a past administration. We've inherited a broken system. No. Yes, the immigration system is broken. It needs reform. It needs a lot of touching up. It needs a lot of vetting. There's a lot of things that need to take place at the southern border. But one thing I will tell you, yes, things were bad under Trump, but this is not Trump's fault. Because if you want to take this into full context, this has been going on even in the Obama administration, my friend. And we're going to talk about that after I play you this clip. This is Jen Psaki. This is the Circle Back Psaki. This is the rhetoric that we're getting from the White House. All right. They're in total denial. They know that there's something taking place at the southern border. They know that these migrants are getting killed in car crashes. They know that little girls are getting raped. They know that little boys are getting human trafficked. They know that families, quote unquote families, are being separated because cartels and human smugglers are making profits off of them. They know this. Okay. So this is why you get stupid answers like this.
Does the president believe that his administration has a handle on what's happening on the southern border right now?
We certainly do. And let me just give you a bit of an update on a couple of the steps that we're taking. First, let me say that like COVID, obviously a different issue, but we recognize this is a big problem. The last administration left us a dismantled and unworkable system. And like any other problem, we are going to do everything we can to solve it.
I don't buy that. I don't buy that at all, because they are not doing everything they can to solve it. I appreciate that some Democrats, because it's an elephant in the room to sit here and ignore the fact that there is a humanitarian crisis at the border in terms of human smuggling. Some Democrats are coming out and they're actually admitting these things. And some Democrats are coming out and they're actually acknowledging these things. But the White House won't, okay? The White House won't, because now they're going to have to take responsibility for it. The administration is responsible. The power's in their hands. And you can't blame Trump, because the broken system didn't come from Trump. Because even Trump, you want to talk about a broken immigration system? Do you guys remember 2015, 2016? Do you remember how things were at the southern border? This was happening under the left's Lord and Savior, Barack Obama. They deported more than, 2.8 million people, 3 million people? In his 2 terms, the deporter-in-chief with Biden as VP, this system been broken. There have been kids in cages before Trump. These surges taking place at the border, they go way before Donald Trump. And we could even say it goes even before Barack Obama. But to sit here and say that it is Donald Trump's fault, it is a broken system that they've inherited, is 100% false. And that's what she's alluding to. That's what Nancy Pelosi alluded to. Because that's been their scapegoat. Donald Trump has been their scapegoat for the past 4 years. They would just blame everything on Orange Man bad. Everything. Russia, Ukraine, the border crisis. Freaking, there were times during Trump's presidency where they were trying to blame Trump for natural catastrophes. Do you guys remember the hurricanes in Florida? And do you guys remember this stuff? There were literally woke leftists that were attempting to blame Donald Trump, and even some celebrities. Oh, it's just a bad omen because people in Florida voted for Trump, so now they have a hurricane. Like, there were literally superstitious moron leftists that were trying to literally convince people that natural disasters were taking place because people voted for Trump. Okay, so I make this point to say this is they don't have that anymore. I mean, they can, but it sounds absurd. They literally do not have Donald Trump to blame anymore. They don't have President Trump. Yes, they do, right? Yes, they could sit there and point the finger like just what they're doing, what Nancy and what Jen Psaki are doing. They are literally pointing to his administration for these faults. But how long is this going to last? It's not going to last forever. They can't do this forever. What happens when Trump is dead? Trump's not going to live forever. We're going to be in like 2000, who knows, 30, 44 years from now. And radical left, woke leftists are still going to be triggered out of their minds, blaming Donald Trump for everything. And the guy's going to be dead. This is how psychotic these people are. They don't have that convenience. And the reason why they keep doing it, and they've resulted to this, these are all talking points. Nancy Pelosi, Jen Psaki, they've all started coming out. They've all rolled out these talking points. They're nothing but talking points. That's all this is, talking points. They try and find what is acceptable or PC to say in front of a camera, in front of millions on people on MSNBC, on CNN, whatever it is, because they know that that's what they have to say. And if it comes across political correct, then they know they can get away with it from the radical left, woke leftists that watch CNN and MSNBC. That's all they care about. All they care about is being politically correct on camera. All these people care about is being politically correct on camera. They don't care. They don't care about these migrants that are getting killed in these car crash collisions. They don't care. They don't care that they're being human smuggled. They don't care that these people are being kidnapped and raped. They don't care. All they care is about their political correctness and that they're saying the right thing at the right time in front of a camera so that millions of people will still like them. All the progressives and all the leftists and all the Democrats, that's all they care about. That's all they care about. It happens on the right too. It happens with conservatives as well. They'll only say things when it's politically correct to say so. Or let me take that back. Conservatives will say certain things when it is politically beneficial for them to say it at the right time. Not all, but mainly Republican rhino politicians. They will say what is politically beneficial at the right time when it benefits them. And that's why I always tell people, I'm like, don't ever think that politicians actually care about you. Don't think that these people actually care about these migrants, because they don't. You think Nancy Pelosi loses sleep over these migrant kids? You think Nancy Pelosi loses any sleep over the migrants that are getting into head-on collisions, breaking into the country? Do you honestly believe that? Honestly, be honest with yourself, especially for leftists that are in the chat room. Do you honestly believe that Nancy Pelosi gives a damn about Central American kids or families? If your answer to that is yes, then you are crazy. What do you guys think in the comment section below? Do you think Nancy Pelosi actually cares about migrants? Yes or no? Let me know in the comment section below. I would say no. That's a big hard no for me, son. I don't believe for 1 second that she does. I don't believe for 1 second that she does. No, not at all. I don't believe it. I don't believe it for 1 second. So let's take a look at this. If we can get this up. All right, let's dig into this real quick. So MSNBC, right? Here's an article. Give me a second. So here's an article detailing Biden's policies. This is on MSNBC, NBC, right? Is not known to be conservative, but you're starting to see some people poke holes in Biden's policies and what Biden ran on. So here's an article that's not from the Daily Wire. This is an article not from Breitbart. This is an article not from you name it, Fox News. This is MSNBC that's coming out and saying these things now. The title, Biden immigration policies cause a predictable border crisis. Why didn't he plan for it? Playing to the Democratic base on the issue while ignoring the need for more enforcement has merely exacerbated the problem. Let me read this part. There's one part I wanted you guys to see for sure. President Joe Biden is facing, now here's what the author says. This is very interesting. President Joe Biden is facing a crisis at the border, even if the White House would prefer not to use that word. Ambassador Roberta Jacobson, the administration's coordinator for the southern border, certainly tried her best to avoid the term on Wednesday when she said, "We have to do what we do regardless of what anybody calls the situation." They won't address it. She was referring to a massive surge of migrants along the United States border with Mexico that federal authorities are struggling to keep up with. And that crisis or situation is at least partly of the Biden administration's making. Immigration still has to be managed as Biden's administration is rapidly being reminded. Otherwise, it exposes the migrants to a high level of personal risk. The president campaigned on easing immigration controls, including a moratorium on deportations, an end to former President Trump's wait in Mexico policy for asylum seekers. These are all green lights. Okay, these are all green lights to migrants. These are all facts. Policy for asylum seekers and halting construction of the border wall. That platform, this is what Biden ran on. That platform gave migrants good reason to believe it would be easier to get into the United States if he were elected. Since taking office, Biden has also given them good reason to think they might be allowed to stay, as his immigration bill would offer legal status and a pathway to citizenship to much of the United States' undocumented population. Biden needs to admit that his eagerness to roll back Trump's immigration policies without a meaningful plan to deal with the predictable migration increase has led to chaos at the border. While many voters wanted a kinder, gentler approach than Trump's, Democrats can't simply wish away the need for effective border security and immigration regulation short of declaring open borders, a deeply unpopular idea carrying numerous economic and security risks. Let's take this down. These are the facts, guys. These are the facts, gang. This is an article not from Daily Wire. This is an article not from Breitbart. Now we have left-leaning news agencies, organizations. They are now calling out Biden for what the truth is. And I find this interesting because those really are the facts. Those are all green lights to migrants. When you run on promising to roll back Trump's immigration policies, when you run on giving a pathway to citizenship for undocumented immigrants, when you run on halting construction at the border, when you run on these things, how do you think an immigrant sees that? They see it as a green light. And not just one, not just 10, not just 100, not just 1,000. Hundreds of thousands. Hundreds of thousands of desperate people, when they see the president now the president, but when they see a candidate that is promising these things, that is insinuating these things, that is alluding to these things on his campaign trail, what the hell do you think they're going to do? And then when this guy gets into office, this is irresponsible is what this is. They would say Donald Trump's rhetoric was irresponsible because it would have negative impact across the world. Biden's rhetoric is irresponsible because it is definitely having a negative impact in foreign countries because it's causing migrants, desperate migrants, to think that they actually have a path to the United States. And in some cases, they do. But a lot of these people do get turned away and then they get murdered in Mexico. Or they get recruited by cartels or discarded via death and execution because they're useless. They won't make the cartels money. This is reckless. This is reckless on Biden. This is reckless on the administration. This is reckless on their rhetoric. They caused this issue. It's a huge vacuum now. It's a huge vacuum. The void of Donald Trump, right? The void of Donald Trump putting in a Democrat that had such progressive, I guess we can say, policies in terms of the southern border than what are normally acceptable. These desperate migrants see this as a green light by the hundreds of thousands, and it puts them in dangerous situations. And that's where we are right now. This is not Donald Trump's fault. Donald Trump's rhetoric was what? Stay out. Right? Donald Trump's rhetoric was what? Stay in your own country. Donald Trump's rhetoric wasn't, okay, well, we're going to pull back on immigration. We're going to pull back on some policies. We're going to give citizenship to 11 million people. That wasn't Donald Trump's rhetoric. That didn't cause a surge at the border. That didn't encourage migrants to come to the United States. No. Biden's rhetoric did. Biden's the one that's dog whistling. Biden's the one that was on the campaign trail promising to make citizens out of 11 million people. What do you think that does? Promising to stop construction on the border wall, promising all these things that is a green light to these desperate migrants. So whose rhetoric do you think really is responsible for the surge at the border? It's absurd. Donald Trump was turning people away. Joe Biden is welcoming people with open arms. And now they're saying, oh, now's not the time to come because you will be turned away. Notice how they screw people? Pure political. They say this and X, Y, and Z and make all these promises. They make all these promises to the public. They're unreasonable. They're fantasies. Borderline open borders. But now this is the reality. This is the reality of these types of policies and the direction that they take us as a country. And we've seen nothing yet. We've seen nothing. Okay, I want to show you guys something. Now this is just, I watched this as an American, and I'm going to show you guys this video, okay? Whether left or whether right, the representative of the southern border, the rep of the southern border in Biden's White House, is coming out and is now admitting that the cartels are beating them, that the cartels are winning against your president, okay? And when I say your president, just what's in the White House. And this, I'm just giving perspective here, okay? I'm giving you perspective. This is where we are. Right now, we have a buffoon in the White House that has no idea what's going on. And we have a crisis at the border that they will not acknowledge. And now the White House is admitting that they are being beaten by the cartels. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. I watch this and I'm like, this is not my country, man. This is just an embarrassment. This is an embarrassment to the country. This is an embarrassment to the republic, because this is how degrading things have become. So take a look.
Does the president believe
This Friday, I was there and I talked to some of the people that had come across. There were about 20 of them. I asked them which message have they heard. Never heard the president, but they heard from their friends and neighbors that they were coming across. They saw things on TV that people were coming across, and they were getting recruited by people to come over across. So it has to be a strong message, because without due respect, the administration's message is not coming through.
The administration's message is not coming through, says Congressman Cuellar. Why? Why isn't it getting through?
Well, I think you have to understand that the smugglers are agile and quick, and word of mouth gets through, and they are exploiting people's hope and desperation. Our own message is getting out less than smugglers. We always know that. But we are doing everything we can, and that includes Spanish language radio, social media, making sure that we convey the message that the border is not open, that the majority of people will be returned, and that it is not ever a good idea to come in this irregular fashion. But the smuggler's message is very pervasive. They prey on people, and they prey on their hope, and they tell them things that simply aren't true.
Yeah, it's a little too late for that. It's a little too late. That's the kind of things, those are the kinds of things you should have been saying on the campaign trail. Those are the kinds of things, but they won't say it because they're just playing all the woke leftists in the United States of America, telling them what they want to hear. But now when reality hits, they have to be honest and start backtracking on some of that rhetoric. Number one, the United States government, the rep of the southern border in the White House, has literally gone on CNN and is openly admitting that their message is being heard less than the cartels. What is she saying? That the cartels are winning and the Americans are losing. Thanks a lot, Democrats. Way to go. That's definitely strength in the White House, eh? That's definitely protecting migrants. That's definitely a pro-humanitarian message, don't you think, guys? Oh, yeah. We know the cartels are definitely an issue, but our message is going out less, and they're beating you. You're literally admitting with this nonchalant attitude, like you're just chilling in Starbucks, like having a conversation with your sister. It's like when you're having a conversation with your sister about your crazy boyfriend and what you should do. It's like, if he's crazy, you're probably going to have to let him go soon. You should probably break up with him because if you don't, something bad. Like, that's how she's talking. It's like, no, this is not this casual little situation in Starbucks where you're giving advice to someone that should actually do something about their life. This is a humanitarian crisis. And now the federal government, the White House representative at the southern border, has admitted that the cartels are winning. Embarrassing. This is a joke. This entire administration, this is clown world on steroids. On steroids. The cartels are a terrorist organization. I've been doing interviews with Border Patrol agents, dudes that are on the Rio Grande, dudes that are former captains, and they all say the same, is that the cartels need to be designated a domestic or just designated a worldwide terrorist organization. Because they function in foreign countries, but they function in the United States. She's not even addressing the cartel operations in her own country. And she's in the White House. Dude, this is so embarrassing. This is a joke. This administration is a joke. Joe Biden is a joke. He's a puppet. He's nothing. Literally nothing. No energy. He's just a hollow shell that has no idea what's going on. And his administration are a bunch of frauds. Weak political hacks that don't care about these migrants. That don't care at all. Oh, yeah, we care so much. If you really cared, you would be doing everything in your power, not only to address these cartels, but go after these criminal enterprises. Not just sit there on CNN and be like, oh, well, our message is just, it's going out less. The cartels, they're just louder. They're more deceptive. Of course they are. You put these people in this damn situation. That's not enough for me as a Hispanic man. That answer is not enough for me. These are families. These are human beings. It's not enough to sit here and say, yeah, the cartels, our message is going out less. Oh, wow. Yeah, you really care. You're doing everything in your power to go after some pretty evil people, to stop some pretty evil actions. Oh, you definitely care about these migrants. You definitely care about their well-being and their health and their safety. Oh, you care so much because all you're willing to do is go on CNN and tell us that you're trying to combat cartels on social media. Oh my God. Are you serious? OMG. That is your solution. I know there's disinformation campaigns. Cartels are on Twitter, just like Antifa. But man, this isn't enough. This ain't enough. This isn't enough for me. If you guys agree with what I'm saying, drop a 1 in the comment sections below, because this is just absolutely ridiculous. That's their answer. That's your government's answer, guys. Yeah, we just have criminal cartels making millions of dollars off of human beings being smuggled into the United States. They're killing people. They're raping people. And the best we can do is admit to you that they're beating us. And at least we're trying to combat them on social media. And I'm supposed to sit here and believe you when you say you care about Hispanics and Latinos? Absolutely not. Fraud, fake, hacks. Literally. Unbelievable. That's it. So you mean to tell me that the FBI could be mobilized within hours, within days after the January 6th Capitol riot, and they go after people, they go to their houses, all these social media campaigns of radical woke leftists that were all defund the police in 2020, but the moment Trump supporters did something, all of a sudden they're all pro-law enforcement working hand in hand with the FBI, getting people thrown in prison, right? Where are all you woke leftist journalists now? Where are you? Where are you? I don't see any of you. If the federal government can mobilize that quickly to go after Americans, why can't they mobilize to go after terrorist cartels? I want an answer to that. I don't want to be told as a Hispanic man, oh, we're just on social media. We're fighting against this. Not enough. You don't care about us. If you guys agree with what I'm saying, drop a 1 in the comment section below, because this is serious, serious stuff here. These people are frauds. These people are liars. These people are hacks. And it's all about money, power, and status. Money, power, and status. These elitists, they don't care. They don't care one bit. Alrighty, guys, if you guys agreed with anything I'm saying, like I told you guys at the beginning of this stream, I know we had a bit of a short show tonight, but we had some technical difficulties, stuff with the computer, had to do some updates, graphics card, all that good stuff. So thank you guys for bearing with us. We only had about 30 minutes tonight. Obviously, we will go longer these upcoming days, but like I said, I am completely 100% independent on this channel now. So if you guys would like to fund my trips, I will be going down to the southern border to get footage, to do interviews, going to interview some ranchers, going to interview some locals at the border town. We are going to expose what is really going on with these cartels to the best of our ability, but we need your help, guys. If you guys can support me on Patreon, on Venmo, on PayPal, all that good stuff, Patreon, all those links are in the description below. Just click the link. The link is in the description below. If you guys want to give, okay, if you guys want to support me, I am not Fox News. I am not CNN. All I have is we the people. That is all I have to do this stuff. So if you guys believe in Drew Hernandez and you guys believe in what I have done, exposing Antifa, I mean, my reporting has gotten some Black Lives Matter activists thrown in prison, okay? This is why these people want to kill me. So now we're going to focus on the southern border as well. We still have our eyes on Antifa, but we will still continue with what's going on at the southern border. So if you guys would like to support my trips and what I'm doing, I'm 100% on my own here, okay? So if you guys would like to support us, Real News Gang, the links are in the description below. We need you guys. Please, please, please support independent, alternative, conservative media. We are the counterculture. We are the ones that are going up against the current of the world and the propaganda. So thank you guys for your support. If you guys would like to, let's do some super chats. This is how you guys could support me directly as well. Drop a super chat below. This is how you guys could support me. Drop a super chat if you guys want to ask something, you guys want to talk about something. We have a few minutes here before I head out. You guys can do that below, or you can just donate directly to my website. The link is in the description below, livesmatterofficial.com for now. So make sure to smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel as well if you're going to leave. But let's do some super chats. Please support me, guys. Really need you guys' help. Real News Gang, Patriots, every single one of you, all on my own here. So let's do some super chats before I head out of here. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Oops. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. Let me pull this one up. Yes, we are going to get into some super chats. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. There's a lot of things going down, some serious issues. The border is the reason why I'm going to be hitting the border, these issues a little more frequently is because they're not being covered. And these are some serious issues. Yes, there's people covering it. There's journalists out there, but it's different when you hear it from someone like me. Okay, I missed a super chat last night from Selfie Dadgum. Selfie, I salute you, brother. Thank you so much for supporting me. I truly appreciate it. Trust me, I truly appreciate it. All on my own here. It's just run by we the people, and we're all into this together, so I truly appreciate it, you guys. A lot of work goes into what I do. A lot of danger and risk goes into what I do, especially when I'm going to the border or when I'm covering undercover Antifa. So you guys can only imagine how my wife feels when I'm out on the field. So Selfie Dadgum says, did you check out my White House channel? It's safe. No, if you could drop a link, I will look at this right after I'm done with this stream. I will take a look at your channel right after I'm done with this stream. White House me and my wife will take a look at it and watch it. So thank you, Selfie Dadgum. Sorry for missing. If I do miss a super chat, I promise I will get it the next day, okay? The next stream. We have another Super chat from Cad Stance. We salute you. Cad Stance, we salute you. It is just a sticker. A mic drop. Mic drop. Absolutely. I hope this show is just like one gigantic mic drop. Okay? That's what I go for with everything I say, everything that comes out of my mouth, just straight facts, truth, and mic drops so that the world understands that there is truth and that there will always be truth. So thank you, Cad Stance. Thank you so much. We have another super chat from Stevie Capone. Stevie, thank you. You're frequent, man. You're a frequent supporter of mine. We have a bunch of ideas for this channel, guys. Okay, we're going to do some members only stuff. The Patreon is going to grow. For those of you that are still waiting for some t-shirts on my Patreon, that is all going to start rolling out next week. My team and I are getting some stuff together to kind of revamp this channel. This channel is going to get a complete makeover. I'm just going to come out and tell you this right now, okay? New logos, new overlays, new designs. You guys are going to love it. Drew Hernandez live is going to get a complete cosmetic upgrade. Okay, this channel and everything. I'm excited. All of this stuff, all these contributions, guys, goes into this kind of stuff. It helps me succeed. It helps me continue. It helps me to do what I do best, and that is just call out lies and to report. So thank you, guys. Stevie Capone says, what do you make of Hollywood celebrities being for open borders, yet silent when it comes to human trafficking across the border and the overwhelming amount of homeless people in their own city? Stevie, I think they're just ignorant. I think Hollywood elites, like the useful idiots, right? They don't know what they actually stand for and what it looks like in the real world. They don't know what it stands for. These same Hollywood elites, they would not let any of these migrants stay in their own mansions. I can guarantee you. Right? Because if we use their logic of, open borders, there's no such thing as a wall. There's no such thing, there's no such thing as sovereign countries. We should just be free and open to all, right? Okay. Well, take that logic and ask someone like what? Mark Ruffalo, one of these radical leftists that believe in this stuff. Well, okay, when we let them into the country, why don't you just let them sleep in your house? Right? Open up your mansion. House them. Without any job, without no payment. Who the hell are you to say that your house has walls? Who the hell are you to say, I'm not going to let anybody into my home? Who the hell are you? What's the difference between your house and the country? What's the difference? All these virtue signaling Hollywood elitists, I guarantee you, not a single one of them would house any of these immigrant children. None of them. None of them. I guarantee you. So I think it's a big, big issue of ignorance. I think a lot of these people don't even know what human trafficking really is. I think a lot of these people have no idea what's even going on. And I think a lot of these people just have no clue. Have no clue. They just, all these ideas, it's like socialism, right? Socialism and communism. It looks good on paper, right? In theory, it sounds amazing, right? But in practice, it turns into genocide, mass murder. People get killed over this stuff. Economically, it's a disaster. And by the way, socialism can't exist without an already pre-existing system of capitalism in place. So talk to your liberal lefty buddies about that one, right? So I guess I say this to say this is a lot of these leftists have these grand ideas. They want to change the world. They want open borders. They want this. They want that. But they don't even know what it looks like in the real world. They don't know the negative implications that come alongside of believing in something like open borders. They don't. They don't. So yeah, we have another super chat from Holly S. Holly S., thank you for the $2 super chat. I truly appreciate the support tonight, you guys. I'm 100% independent, okay? 100% independent. All the flights, everything I do, when I take trips, when I fly to Portland, or I fly to Minneapolis, or I fly to a riot, or I go down to the southern border, all of this stuff, guys, you guys are now supporting me 100%. 100%. So thank you guys. I truly appreciate it. Every single dollar, every single cent counts. This is a culture war that we are inside of, okay? It's an information war. It's a culture war. This is a war for the mind. This is a war between intellect. This is something that is taking place where we need you guys. We need your help, and I truly appreciate it. So Holly S. Sends a little heart sticker and says, thanks. Thank you, Holly S. Thank you for the support. We truly appreciate it. And I'm serious when I say this, man. We truly appreciate it. And I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful that you guys support me, because it's not an easy thing to do to have support like this. And I'm just totally, totally thankful. And I'm grateful for every single one of you that have been with me from the very beginning, since 2018, man. Look how far we'd come. I never thought for 1 second that I would end up on Tucker Carlson. I never thought for 1 second that I would end up on Fox News. I never thought for 1 second I would. Never. Ever. And I just want to get personal with you guys. I view every single one of you like you guys are a part of this journey with me. Like anytime I go to a riot, anytime I go cover something crazy, I'm like, people send me out to this. And they're watching this through my eyes, through my footage. But I feel like you guys are like with me when I'm there. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like when you're at an Antifa riot and you're all by yourself and you're looking at Twitter and they're looking for you guys. This is the stuff that I live through. Okay. When I go to Portland or when I go to a riot, BLM undercover, I'm there. They don't know I'm there, but I'm looking on Twitter and I know who are the scouts. And I see them on Twitter, Drew Hernandez here. You look into their little chats, right? Their encrypted chats on Signal. Drew Hernandez might be here. He just posted this day. It's pretty damn nerve-wracking, okay? So, but you feel really alone. You feel alone, you know? Like you feel like you're by yourself. And obviously God is with me, but when I know that people are supporting me and I know that people are like funding me to help me get to these places, like I feel like you guys are with me, if that makes any sense. I know God is with me, but I just feel like I have a sense of support. I have a community behind me. I have people that are watching. I have people that believe in what I do. And so I just want you guys to know that, you know, when you guys are donating and you guys are supporting me as an independent commentator, reporter, content creator, host, whatever you want to call me, man, I just try and do my best to do what I can with what I know. That's what's in my mind, you guys. That's what's in my mind when you guys are supporting me. So I truly appreciate it. Yes. How do I like this? Yes. Ultimus Exactorac. Yes, I was on Tucker. I've been on Tucker Carlson like 6 times. You guys can see some of the clips on this YouTube channel. Yeah, I've been on Tucker like 6 times. From Ultimus Exactorac. That's a hard one. How do I like this? I don't know if I can like it. I'm trying to like it. Ultimus. I'm trying to like it. It won't let me like it. Maybe I'll just pin it. There you go. Ultimus, yes, I pinned it. There you go. Thank you. Yes, I've been on Tucker Carlson like 6 times. So yeah, I truly appreciate it, guys. I really do appreciate it. We have some more super chats. Let me get to these, guys. I don't want to leave any behind. Let me get to these super chats. I thank you guys for the support. And like I said, some people don't like super chats, but I really need your support now because I'm all on my own, guys, literally. If you guys would like to support my trips, you can always support on my website, donate on my website, Venmo, PayPal, Patreon, and what's the other one? Cash App. Yeah, Cash App, all that good stuff, right? I've learned over the years that the people want to support you, so give them a place to support you. So Stevie Capone. No, excuse me. Where are we? Rachel, we salute you. Rachel, thank you for the $20 super chat. Rachel, I truly appreciate it. Thank you for supporting me. Rachel says, a little something for your trip to the border. Thanks for your hard work. Stay safe. Rachel, thank you so much. Thank you for the contributions. Rachel, thank you for the $20 super chat. Like I said, all of this is going directly to what I do now full time. So I'm just going to be completely open, transparent, and honest with you guys. I'm all on my own now, and I thank you guys so much for supporting me. Even if it's $20, $2, $10, man, you guys, we're a community. We have the ability to do this. I have the right connections. I know where we need to go. I know what we need to do, and I'm thankful that you guys believe in me. Even when someone believes in you to give you like $10, $5, that's a big deal to me, you know? It's not an easy thing to do, so I truly appreciate it. I truly do. And I know I think we see some people giving on our PayPal. Thank you, Jessica Wright. Jessica Wright for the $50 donation. Jessica Wright with the $50 donation. Jessica, thank you so much, Jessica. I truly appreciate it. I truly appreciate the support, Jessica. I'm very thankful. Jessica Wright. Thank you, Jessica. You are a part of this Real News Gang. This is our community, guys. We support each other, and I'm very, very thankful for the support. Stevie Capone. Cuídate por la frontera Dres. Normally it's Dres, right? Because my name, if you say Andres, which is Andrew in Spanish, Dres, is it Dres or is it Drew? What do you say? Praying hands. Thank you so much, Stevie Capone. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for donating. Thank you for being a frequent donator. We're going to open memberships on this channel. We have a bunch of exclusive stuff because, you know, right now we are identifying, we do have some people that are watching like every day that are supporting me every day. And I want to do more to give back. So for those of you that do support me on Patreon and you're still waiting some t-shirts, we are going to get to that. I promise you by next week. Okay. So if you haven't received anything, send me your address, send it in an email if you're supporting me monthly, and we will get that out immediately. Okay. We will get that out immediately. We've just had to do some revamping and have had to do some new stuff recently. But so thank you guys. Richard Santamaggio. Richard Santamaggio. Thank you, Richard, for the $10 super chat from Australia. Richard and Jackie from Melbourne, Australia. Awesome. Richie and Jackie say, fantastic to see you on the War Room Pandemic Show. We really enjoyed watching your input and events going down at the border. Keep it up, champ. Thank you. That's the type of encouragement that I love, Richard. Thank you so much, Richard. And yes, I have more hits coming up. You'll probably see me more on Newsmax. You'll probably see me more on Fox, probably on OAN, obviously on War Room. I have good relationships with these people, so I'm going to start making more appearances in regards to the border right now, because this is something I feel like as a Hispanic, like, you guys know me, right? Like, I'm not big on, oh, I'm the Hispanic, I'm the conservative Latino, so follow me because of the color of my skin, and I'm conservative, so yay! Like, I'm not into that type of thing, you know? Hispanic conservative or conservative Hispanic or Latino, whatever, right? Or the black conservative or whatever, right? That's just not my thing. That's for me, right? And to each their own. If other people like doing that, that's fine. You do that, right? But for me, I feel like I'm better than that. I feel like I'm more talented than that. I feel like I have the ability to speak to all races, and I have the ability to reach all people with my message and what I do. But I say that to say this is, but as a Hispanic man, I see something on the horizon. You guys have seen what the Democrat Party has done to the black community. The Hispanic community is next. And I clearly identify this, and I can clearly see this. And what's happening at the border is just the beginning. It's just the beginning. The Democrat Party, because the Hispanic, Latino voting, non-white voting bloc in the United States, they are now the biggest voting bloc. They've trumped, no pun intended, they have trumped the black community in the US. And so Biden understands this. Biden actually acknowledged this to a bunch of black civil rights activists, telling them that you guys are going to have to start to learn to work with Hispanics because I'm not afraid of you. They're the next big thing. That was the words of Joe Biden, and other Democrats understand this. So I say that to say this. I'm not a prophet. I'm not saying thus says the Lord. I'm giving a prediction, just like you give a prediction for the Super Bowl, right? I predict the Democrat Party is going to throw the black community by the wayside, because now all they care about is what? Votes, elections, right? And now that the largest non-white voting bloc is no longer blacks, Hispanics, it's huge. That is where their eyes will be. So all the pandering, all of the activism, all of the propaganda, the attention is going to turn on the Hispanic Latino community in the United States. And I say this to say this is, as a Hispanic man, you guys know me. I just have a problem with people coming out and like speaking for me, right? I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are, right? Because I already know what's going to happen. The AOCs of the world, the elitist, Hollywood, woke, leftist, Hispanics, they're all going to be at the forefront. The useful idiots, pandering, attempting to speak on Hispanic America. And for myself, I have to push back and start to address these things and really speak out against it, because nobody speaks for me. Okay? Nobody. I speak for me. And obviously the Lord Jesus, because he's perfect, but I speak for me. So I kind of feel it as my responsibility to start to engage these things, starting with the border. So, yeah, I'm about humanity, but as a Hispanic man, I ain't going to let nobody speak for me. Sorry. I ain't going to let freaking J-Lo or Ariana Grande, or, you know what I mean? Like, can you imagine? You know what I mean? Like, this is what's going to happen. That's what they did to the black community. You have these mindless morons up there speaking on behalf of black people. It's like, what? No? I ain't going to let that happen to me. Period. All right, we have some more super chats, guys. Thank you, Richard. We salute you, Richard, from Australia. Thank you, Richard. Let me refresh this. Thank you for... We have a couple more super chats here from Vanessa T. Vanessa T says, you're not alone. Are you still with Brandon Tatum? Please try to reply Cash App when you get one. Okay, yes, I do have a Cash App. There's nothing crazy going on between me and Brandon. The Tatum report is just, it's in a place where it does need some TLC, some tender love and care. Brandon can talk about this himself if he wants. And unfortunately, my position with the Tatum report isn't possible to have any longer. It's not like me and Brandon had a fallout or anything crazy. I mean, we had a conversation. I'm just being transparent. We had a conversation, and I just can no longer be supported by the Tatum report any longer moving forward. So it's his business. He's got to make some decisions. I'm praying for him. I'm praying for Brandon. I'm praying for Corinne. I'm praying for the baby. I'm praying for Brandon's son. I'm praying for his success and that he works out and figures out what he needs to do with the Tatum report. But for now, for me, I'm all alone. I'm solo now. So it's unfortunate, but unfortunate things happen. Trials take place. The Bible makes it very clear, right? Makes it very clear. Count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience, but let patience have its perfect work, that you might be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. So this is an hour of trial, I think, for all of us. And I'm thankful for you guys that are supporting me financially. And so moving forward, that's kind of just where I am. So I'm 100% on my own, and I'm thankful for you guys supporting me. I'm 100% thankful. And I'm thankful for Brandon. I'm thankful for Corinne. I'm thankful for the opportunity I was given. I'm thankful for this stuff, because now it's brought me to a place where now I'm independent, now I'm on my own, and now I'm thankful for the people that are supporting me. So thank you guys very much. I appreciate it very much. I'm being completely transparent, transparent, telling you the truth. And, Brandon will share what he has to share when the time comes. But yeah. So we have some more super chats. Thank you guys for supporting me. Selfie Dadgum. Dude, I got your super chat. I said it at the beginning, didn't I? Yeah, Selfie Dagnum, thank you for the super chat, man. Selfie says, I missed my super chat last night. Did you check out my White House channel? Yeah, dude, I promise you, I will. Listen. Let me talk to my wife. Are we going to look at this when we're done? Say it louder.
We'll look at it.
Okay, so we're gonna look at it. She's gonna hold me accountable. I will look at your channel when I'm done. I promise. Selfie, huh? She said, thank you, Selfie. We thank you guys for supporting me and my wife. It's just me and her, man, and my son, baby Grogu, and we have a little baby stuffed animal, little dog too. Her name's Lassie. So thank you guys for supporting us. We truly appreciate it very much. Like I said, I do have Cash App, and I do have Venmo. I do have Patreon, and I do have PayPal. I will take a look at them. Right now after this show, we see some donations coming through. So any of those things, the links are in the description below. I truly appreciate it. Thank you guys very much. And don't worry about it, Selfie. Don't worry about it, man. We got you. We got you. If I ever miss a super chat, I promise you guys, I will address it the stream after, because sometimes they come in a little late. I don't know why. So we thank you guys so much for your support. We thank you guys for supporting me and my upcoming trips at the border. We probably will do something this weekend. I'm hoping in the next couple of days to go down there, get some footage, so we can get into some connection with Bannon, Steve Bannon's on the War Room, possibly Tucker Carlson on Fox, possibly on Newsmax, possibly on OAN. So the way this works, I'm going to tell you guys, this is how it works, okay? When you guys donate to support me, this is how it works. When I go out and get some crazy like undercover investigative footage, I have the ability, right, to contact the producers. Let's say at OAN, or contact the producers at Newsmax, or contact Tucker Carlson's producers. I have all these contacts. But what they want is they want some serious footage, because that's what I'm known for. So when you guys support me to travel or book a flight and hotels or whatever, and you guys send me out, this is the process. You send me out, we get the crazy footage, we expose the communists, we expose the anarchists, we expose the cartels, and then we have the ability to go on a national television news station and really show the footage and talk about it. That is what you guys are a part of. Literally. When you guys are donating and you're supporting me, that is what you guys are a part of. And I'm not grifting. I'm just being straight up. That is what I do. That's what I do. And we have the ability to do this. So I'm thankful. Selfie, again, dude, Selfie, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Sorry, missed the beginning of the show. I was working as a poll worker for a local election. I'll watch every show, brother. Well, Selfie, hey man, don't worry about it, man. I got you. If I ever miss a super chat, I promise I will get it on the next show. I promise I will get it on the next show. So thank you guys so much for supporting me. Thank you guys. I truly do appreciate it. Like I said, I'm independent, guys. You have no idea how much it really does help me when you like this video, you smash that like button, you share this video far and wide. I cannot do this without you guys, man. I can't. I just can't. I'm going to be honest. I cannot do this without you. Whether it's financially, whether it's sharing the links. I'm only one man. I have my platforms, but I cannot do it without you guys. Let's be active. Share these videos. Share them on your Parler. Share them on your Gab. Follow me on my Parler. Follow me on my Gab. Follow me on all my platforms. The links are in the description below. I truly, truly, truly do appreciate it. And if you guys have any questions about anything, because sometimes people will DM me and be like, hey, I can help you with this connection. Just send me a DM on my Twitter. That's the fastest way, okay? I opened my DMs on Twitter. So if you guys have any tips about what's going on at the southern border, if you guys have any tips, anything like this, or you guys have some other way you would like to support me, DM me on Twitter, Drew H Live. My DMs are open. That's how you guys can contact me immediately. Okay, I'm constantly looking at those. So I truly appreciate it, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties, but sometimes that happens. Just like life, we have technical difficulties, and they get worked out. So I'm thankful for all of you guys. Please continue to pray for me. I'm praying for you, and I'm thankful. And until next time, America, I will see you tomorrow night, Lord willing. Same time, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I love every single one of you. And until next time, stay free.